This is the EBycco Electric Bike 24-inch. Looking at it, you instantly get that sense of power and ruggedness. The frame is heavy-duty aluminum with aggressive fat tires that shout all-terrain. The color scheme on mine is black and blue, and I have to say, it looks really sharp in person. The lines are modern and a little sporty, but it also has a no-nonsense practical vibe. There's a big 3.5-inch LCD display right in the middle of the handlebars showing speed, battery, assist level. All the essentials are right there. Even if you're new to e-bikes, you can read it with just a quick glance. When I first heard about the specs, peak 5,000-watt dual motors, a huge 52V 32Ah battery, claims of 40 to 45 mph speeds, and 80 miles maximum range, I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical. Sometimes those numbers are just wishful thinking from manufacturers. But after a few weeks putting this thing through its paces, I've actually been really impressed. Let's talk about how this bike feels, not just what it looks like. The first thing I noticed was its weight. It's not a little e-bike. At about 83 pounds, it isn't a featherweight, but that's pretty typical for something with this much power. You definitely feel that stability when riding, especially when you hit higher speeds or rougher terrain. For me, the size works, but if you're on the smaller side or need something super portable, it might be a consideration. The fat tires are 24 by 4 inches, and honestly, these things soak up bumps and let you float over gravel, grass, or even snowy paths. The seat is wide and pretty cushy, which really helps if you tend to ride for long stretches. What stands out is the rear rack. It's sturdy, rated for 55 pounds, and is actually usable for groceries or camping gear, not just an afterthought. From my experience, this is probably the most powerful e-bike I've personally tried, and I ride a lot. With dual 2500W peak motors, it has ridiculous acceleration. Even on steep grassy hills with nothing but throttle, it just pulls straight up. No need to worry if you get stuck on a super steep hill. The bike comes set up as a Class 3 out of the box, which basically means it can go up to 28 mph on pedal assist. But you can unlock the speed limiter on the display menu if you want those 40+/h speeds. That's more than enough for me, honestly. It feels like a little electric motorbike more than a regular e-bike. The battery is a beast, a 52V 32Ah removable lithium pack that's all certified for safety. Bycco claims up to 100 miles in single motor, low pedal assist mode. In reality, I managed close to 18 miles under aggressive riding, full throttle, switching between dual and single motor a lot, with a mix of hills and some off-road thrown in. I would say if you mostly cruise with pedal assist and keep it to single motor, 40 to 60 miles is totally realistic, especially on flatter ground and in warm weather. Battery sag is noticeable though, meaning if you push the throttle hard, the battery gauge will drop. But let it rest, and you get some charge back. That's really common with high-powered e-bike batteries, and nothing to worry about. One of the key features that really stands out for me is the range of riding modes. There are 6 in total. You get pure electric with either one or both motors, multiple pedal assist levels, cruise mode, and regular bike mode if you just want to pedal with no assist. For city streets or paved trails, single motor pure electric is efficient and still plenty powerful. But if you want to go off-road or need extra oomph for hills, just hit the button to enable dual motor and you'll fly up anything. The built-in hydraulic disc brakes are solid. I was a little nervous about stopping power with this much weight and speed, but these 180mm rotors clamp down hard and give a lot of control, even on loose surfaces or in wet weather. Comfort surprised me, honestly. I thought with all that power, suspension would be an afterthought, but the front fork has an 80mm travel and a lockout feature, which does a decent job smoothing out bumps. You can tell it's on the budget side. Don't expect premium mountain bike suspension, but combined with the wide saddle and cushiony tires, long rides don't leave me sore. You do feel a bit of road buzz on rougher surfaces, especially since there's no rear suspension. But for what you get at this price, I'm happy with it. One thing I'd recommend looking at is your intended terrain and how much assembly you're comfortable with. The bike arrives 90% put together, but you will need to install the front wheel, pedals, and fenders. EBycco packs the right tools and their instructions are pretty clear. If you've put together basic IKEA stuff, you'll be able to handle it. Just be sure to keep the box in case you need to return it. I had a minor hiccup with the brakes at first, but customer service replied fast and walked me through a couple of adjustments. So no real complaints there. Let me get into what I love about this bike. Power is the obvious thing. The feeling of hitting the throttle and flying up a steep hill or overtaking cars on back roads is unbeatable. If you're looking to commute, haul groceries, or just have fun on trails and rough paths, it absolutely delivers. Range is another highlight. Even though I tend to go hard on the throttle for most of my rides, I rarely hit battery anxiety, knowing I can swap between dual and single motor to stretch the charge. The all-terrain tires and the comfort features like the fat saddle, phone holder with charging port, and the sturdy rear rack make it practical for a lot of different uses. I really appreciate the hydraulic disc brakes. Being able to stop confidently at high speeds gives me a lot of peace of mind. But there are a couple of things that I think could be improved. The weight, for one. At 83 pounds, it's not easy to lift onto a rack or stash in a small apartment. It's fine while riding, but moving it around for storage or transport is a bit of a workout. I'm also not a fan of the right-hand thumb throttle, which starts to strain my thumb after a long session. I wish there was a twist option. Another thing that's missing is turn signals. For a bike this fast and powerful, it would be great to have built-in turn signals for safer street riding. If you're new to e-bikes or not super comfortable with basic assembly, the last bit of setup might take a little patience, but it's definitely doable. In my opinion, the EBycco Electric Bike 24in 5000W is just about perfect for riders who want serious power and versatility at a price that doesn't break the bank. From my experience, I'd recommend this for folks who want to commute longer distances, ride in all kinds of weather, or get off the beaten path for weekend adventures. If you need something lightweight or super compact, it might not be your top pick, but for pretty much every other use, especially if you value torque, speed, and the confidence to tackle any hill or trail, it's awesome. In conclusion, this bike lives up to its claims. It's not just about the big numbers. It feels great to ride, it's practical day to day, and it really puts a smile on my face whenever I get on it. EBycco made something that's actually fun and functional at the same time. If you want to see more quick reviews like this, or have any questions about e-bikes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.